My name is Hayostek, and I am the lead prevention educator at the University of Pittsburgh. I work with undergrad students and graduate students and faculty and staff to do programming around healthy relationships, how to resolve conflict, what does sexual violence look like, and because it's a very broad stroke term and there's a lot of nuance there. How do we support victims and survivors of sexual violence or relationship violence of any kind? And then also the third piece is that healthy relationships, because we don't talk a lot about relationships and what it looks like when it's healthy. We see a lot of depiction in the media of what it looks like when it's not healthy, when it's harmful. It can be very heavy sometimes, but I love my job and I love the work that I do. For me, both as an educator and as a survivor of sexual violence, it's important to me that both we normalize having conversations about relationships that aren't working out the way that we had hoped. There's more people than we realize that are in unhealthy relationships, that are in abusive relationships, that are victims or survivors of sexual violence, and they don't know it because they don't have the language. So that's a huge driver of why I got in the work. Why I think the work is important is for the same reason. We need that language to be able to communicate, and we're just not taught it. I mean, sex ed is bare bones in most schools, and even if you do get sex ed, it's sex ed. It's this part goes here, and this is what might happen in the result. We don't talk about how to communicate through conflict. We don't talk about like what an abusive relationship could look like at all ages. We don't need to have those kinds of relationships in 2024. We can move past those in 2024. So I'm really passionate about making sure that everybody, regardless of their age, regardless of, we have students that are identified as aromantic, asexual, and they're still in relationships. And it's important for everybody of all identities to have that education. This is important, and that you are important, whoever's watching this video, listening to my voice, and you deserve relationships that are consensual, that are safe, that are loving, that make you feel empowered, that make you feel good, that give you pleasure.